Studios. We have an office basically around the neck area.
These two retired Vegas cops, now podcast hosts.
They don't have ID, they can't get into a hotel room. To get them the help they need, especially if someone even gets arrested. A lot of people don't know how the justice system works.
What you guys have going on is necessary, it's needed.
Hey, welcome everybody. We're doing a special edition of the Problem Solver Show today. We're having a party here, as you can hear it in the background. We're here to support the American Cancer Society. Real Men Wear Pink. And we have Jordan here to my left. Jordan, you want to tell us a little bit about the American Cancer Society and what you do for them?
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, friends. So excited to be here. So Real Men Wear Pink campaign is actually a very fascinating campaign. It was designed as a way for men to be allies to women with breast cancer. Unfortunately, breast cancer is one of the most predominant cancers found in women. It is found in men as well, but unfortunately, just kind of, we all have seen like a grandma, an aunt, a sister, somebody close to us that's been affected by it. So Real Men Wear Pink is designed for men to be allies around it, and they are literally supporting the entire research cause, all programs, anything like that, by wearing pink throughout October and raising money for such a great cause.
It's an awesome cause. And we talked a little bit before the podcast came on. I don't think there's a family that has not been touched by cancer. I mean, would we all agree? And I'm sorry, I didn't introduce everybody. I just went right into it. Laura, to my right. Laura, you can introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi, I'm Laura Powers. I'm a podcaster, author, psychic, I'm most known. And yes, I think all of us have lost people to cancer close to us.
Agree. Sure. Attorney? I didn't want to say your name because I'm going to mess it up. I'm really bad with names.
Oh, Danny, I love you. My name is Carl McCaleb. I'm an attorney at Pacific West Injury Law, and this is our first year getting involved with Real Men Wear Pink, very important campaign, a fundraiser for breast cancer, and it's an honor to be a part of this, and we're going to be talking about this today.
Awesome. And Andre?
My name is Andre Serhal, and I'm the Director of Client Relations for the law offices of 702 Traffic, and we're here to help and give back to the community.
Oh, that's awesome. So what do you guys do at 702 Traffic?
So we do traffic tickets, DUIs, warrants. We represent clients to get a better result on a traffic ticket if they get a citation. If somebody has an active warrant, we fight to get it resolved quickly so that they don't get arrested. And,
perfect.
We always try to help people in need that need help with citations.
Oh, yeah, and we all get traffic tickets, right? Especially in this town, right?
Oh, yeah.
You got to drive a little reckless to get to where you're going because traffic's so bad. So let me ask you, attorney, we'll go to you. What made you want to do this representing Real Men Wear Pink?
Well, I think it's really important to give back to the community. We get involved with all types of different foundations, from animals to the homeless, but breast cancer is just such a big, important thing. I don't know the statistics. I think Jordan can probably tell us, but it affects a way bigger, larger percentage of women than we even realize, right? So October is, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so, why not contribute to this? It affects everybody, as you mentioned, in our families, and this is just such a great thing. I was just finding out about it, what American Cancer Society does, from giving women rides to doctor's appointments to investing money into research. It's just such an important thing. And if folks like us don't step up and don't raise money for this, where is the money going to come from?
I totally agree. Now, I think I'll put this question to Jordan. Jordan said you don't have a lot of statistics, and I totally understand because there's a ton of statistics out there. But President Biden, he said that he wants to try to stop cancer. He wants to stop it in its tracks. Do you think someday we'll actually have that? Do you think?
It's actually so interesting coming into the National Cancer Society. Basically, I have noticed how much research it takes to even get the smallest inkling of a success. So I do think it is possible. I definitely think there's an option for a vaccine. There's option for early screening. There's option for pre-testing. All of those options they're coming to light. Research has come a very long way, and I do see it. It will take a while, which is why we push these research programs all the time, because research takes money and research takes time.
I totally agree. And I think you hit it on the head. You need to go get checked. Listen, I'm a male. We have 3 males at this table. I don't know how these 2 guys are, but my guess is they're like me. I don't go to the doctor unless I feel I might die. When I start to think I'm going to die, then I go to the doctor. But other than that, I think it's going to go away. I could have chest pain and say, yeah, that's probably nothing. I'll be okay tomorrow, right? Because most men are like that. Men don't go to the doctor. So I would say, and I'm sure you're going to say it too, Jordan, is that men need to go get checked too. Am I right?
Oh my gosh, yes. Everybody needs to get pre-screened. There's ages for certain cancers if they run in your family. If you've got genetics, anything like that you know of, there's definitely so many resources on cancer.org that you can look at for pre-screening opportunities.
Yeah, and I talked to somebody that worked in a nursing home once, right? And he said to me, you know what, it's 80% women in the nursing home because men don't get checked by the doctor. Honestly, that's what he told me. It's probably 80% that 70% of nursing homes are women because men don't get checked. Wow. They don't go to the doctor. Men get checked out there. And I'm saying it to myself because I'm guilty of it also. I don't go to the doctor, like I said, unless I feel like I'm going to die.
Well, maybe this would be a little wake-up call.
Yeah, that's true. And I should go, and because I'm over 50 now, so when you're over 50, I should be getting these certain tests, stuff like that. So I agree with you. Maybe this will be a wake-up call, and I'll go get checked.
Absolutely.
And anybody want to add to that, Laura? Anything?
Yeah, I will say that I think one of the reasons that women go more is also aesthetically, like anything that ages you, or
Right.
men were more focused on their appearance, but men like care more.
Right.
And listen to your women, because women are constantly trying to get their guys to go, take care of themselves.
I agree.
And take it. So just listen.
and go to the doctor. And we don't. Do you feel you do the same way, attorney? Or?
I do. I don't remember the last time I actually went to a primary care physician to get checked up on. We just don't do that.
Right.
But I actually want to piggyback up for what Jordan said regarding getting checked up. You think about how medicine has evolved, and 100 years ago, like you had cancer, you don't know if you got cancer.
Right.
But also, you talk about, hey, if it's running in your family, you might want to get checked on. But I hate to bring in the attorney along to this, but all these new chemicals that are causing weird cancers, right? And I'm not an expert on this, right? But now being exposed to this from an early childhood or in your profession, now all of a sudden you might not have anybody in your family that had cancer, but because you were exposed to this, now you got to go get checked out, right? So it's like we got to make it a point, maybe go at least once a year, once you turn 30 or 40, right? So.
Right. I agree. I've moved to Vegas 6 years ago, and I have not been to the doctor in 6 years. I mean, that's the truth. I know, and probably, my girlfriend at home, she goes all the time. My daughters, when they're sick, they go to the doctor. I never go, and it's wrong. I'm not saying it's right, but that's what men do. We don't go until we're on our last leg. Yeah. Andre, I'm gonna do it to you. What do you think?
I mean, I just got my wellness check about 2 months ago, and it took me about 2 years, 3 years. So, and for me, I'm starting a family. I'm getting married soon, So for me, I wanted to make sure everything was, good. I wanted to make sure I was healthy.
Right.
So I think it's a very, very positive thing of what you do on a daily basis and what we're, fighting for to crush cancer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree, Jordan. Thank you for all you do. Let me ask you this. Is this a big money maker for them? Is Real Men Wear? Is it one of the biggest you do a year? Or?
So Real Men Wear Pink it's based on the region, but it is an $11 million nationally funded campaign. So $11 million is our goal for this year. We're currently, last time I checked, I think we're at about 8. So, and we've got a couple days left in the year, or left in the month, and that's when most of the fundraising actually happens. Here in Las Vegas, our goal is $150,000. So that's our goal. We have about 10 candidates on board this year. So it's been really, really great, but it really does make a big difference.
Oh, I bet it does. Mm-hmm. And like I said, everybody we know has had somebody that we know that's had cancer or is fighting cancer at this moment. I mean, I see it online all the time. It's one of the saddest things to see somebody decline like that. I mean, it's a horrible thing for the whole entire family.
Yeah.
I don't know, anybody else want to add stuff? Anybody else want to come in from the back?
I would just say I'm a person who had a lot of health problems and then had a pretty significant healing by changing my diet and kind of lifestyle. And I do think that a lot of women are more focused, and again, some of that might be for, visual reasons, like they want to look a certain way or whatever, but I think how you eat is so important. And
absolutely,
it's about general maintenance of our health, and going to the doctor is super important, but it's also like those daily things that we do, and reducing stress too. There's lots of research, I think, that shows that stress.
I totally agree.
Every ailment.
Yes. Well, in American Cancer Society, they do a bunch of different monthly challenges. So this month it's walk your dog for 30 days, or it's do yoga for 30 days. So if you need a little reminder, you're I don't know what to do today, follow American Cancer Society on Instagram, on your social media, and you're going to find something that you can do.
Perfect.
I can tell you this, just getting out and walking is a huge thing. Just going out and walking. And I'm going to tell you guys about 3.5 years ago, I was about 80 pounds heavier than I am now. I was about 245, somewhere around there. And I started thinking, I just had a grandson, and I thought to myself, I'm not going to see him, grow up. The good thing is I'm a young grandfather, so there's a good chance I'm going to see him till he's in his 30s, right? And I started thinking, I'm not going to see him grow up. So then I started walking every day. Just a walk. I started just walking a mile. Now I walk almost 4 to 5 miles a day. I put an app on my phone, and I lost 80 pounds. Honestly, just walking. Do I watch what I eat, though? I do watch what I eat, too.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You need a
talking about that.
combination of both. You do. You need a combination of both. Really, your diet is more important than the exercise, to be honest with you.
Absolutely.
The exercise helps it, but it's not going to... You could still eat bad and exercise, you're going to stay fat. You really are. And if you think back about COVID, just thinking of COVID, people that were more healthy were able to fight the COVID off. So it's very important to stay healthy, and I'm glad I got into this lifestyle now. And I feel good. I feel better about it. And I was telling you, I even gave up alcohol.
Yep.
I don't drink anymore either.
That's awesome.
I
Yep.
didn't know that, so I'm the same. I used to be about 50 pounds heavier
Okay.
than I am, and I also stopped drinking alcohol, and it was definitely a good health decision.
And that the reason I gave up alcohol is because of the weight. Because when you go out to the bar on a Friday night, you have 10 beers, that's 1,000 calories. And when you're drinking, you're eating wings, you're eating this, it's a $4,000 night and 4,000 calorie night.
Yep.
So it's, it's important, so that's why I did it, because I want to stick around for my family. Honestly, it's true.
Absolutely.
So,
And year after year, do you see the statistics go up for people being involved more? I'm saying in the whole push. to
Being
fight
involved
cancer?
like in the campaign? Yeah, absolutely. No, we have more and more candidates every single year. We actually are seeing a big shift in candidates to companies. So companies are turning pink instead of real men wear pink. So now we've got we even have a Power and Pink dynamic duo on our Las Vegas page right now. So definitely seeing a huge
That's
increase
good.
in
That's
people
good to
getting
hear.
involved. Yeah.
any use on TikTok?
No,
No.
but I know you are.
Listen, I was just telling Laura, I was on TikTok all night last night. And you don't realize you're flipping, and next thing you know, you're there an hour. But I follow a lot of people with their cancer journeys are on TikTok. And it's heartbreaking to see, but they bring it out so it's awareness to everybody else. You actually follow their journey as they're fighting this. And some people have passed. I followed them. And it's sad, but they got the message out there that we need to stop this however we can, and we need to keep fighting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Anybody else with anything?
I'll tell you, Danny, maybe this will change your mind. It's a recent sad story.
Okay.
And this kind of relates to early detection. A friend of ours, and I don't want to say who it is,
Okay.
Andre knew who it is, a very healthy grandfather, just went in to get checked out because he wanted to be healthier.
Right.
And that's when he found out that he had cancer. And I hate to say this, he was dead within less than 3 months after.
Oh my God.
And he wasn't going because he was sick, and he discovered he had cancer because he wanted to go see, hey, what can I do to be healthier? And that's when they did the blood work and they found out. It's terrifying. I'm getting goosebumps telling you.
Oh
that,
my
right?
God.
And I think the guy was late 50s.
Ugh.
So, yeah. And by the way, you're the youngest looking grandpa I've ever seen. What do you guys think?
Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah, but maybe
that.
that's a push, when it's hit close to home, you might want to do the blood work maybe once a year or something. I don't know.
I agree with you. I used to do it, and then I got off it. I used to go to the doctor all the time, and I just got off it. But I should go. You're right, because just a blood test every year, they can tell so much what's going on with you just by blood test, everything. So would you recommend that too?
Well, actually, yeah, absolutely. And the worst thing that you can hear is that you were 1 year too late, 2 years too late. I know people as well, they didn't go for their 50 years old, you're supposed to go get a colonoscopy. They didn't go and do that. So therefore, and it's really, really just painful to see how one little trip to the doctor could make so much of a difference. And yes, blood work is important, but I feel like you said, we're talking about diet, we're talking about exercise, we're talking about all of that. Those all factor in to just being a healthy human being. And I know we can't prevent everything. There's ingredients, there's toxic, there's all these things that we can, try to change. But, as long as you just try to be 1% healthier, 1% better every single day, I feel like that's exactly what you need to try to do.
And I should really be more concerned. I actually had cancer. I had skin cancer when I was a little boy. I was like in second grade, third grade, and I had like a mole on my leg, but it was big. It was pretty big size, like a quarter size. And my mother, we were at the beach, the Jersey Shore. Okay, so we were swimming at the Jersey Shore, and my mom looked at my mole on my leg, and she said, "It looks like it's getting darker." So she told my dad about it, and my dad's like, "You're worried about everything. It's not getting darker." They took me to the doctor with skin cancer. I had it removed, I had to scrape it, everything.
Yeah.
I didn't walk for 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was weird. When you don't walk for 3 months, my heel got so soft I couldn't stand on my foot. It was really weird. I had to re-walk again.
Oh my gosh, how strange. You know,
Yeah.
that's interesting because I know skin cancer is not super common in children, so that's
Right.
really interesting that you have a very rare situation that happened to you.
Yeah, I had it on my leg. I have a big scar right here on my leg, if you can see it. See it there?
Oh, yep.
Yeah, and it's a big scar.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
gnarly.
Yeah.
How old were you?
I believe I was in second or third grade when that happened.
Yeah.
So I do watch myself with, even though I'm dark skinned, I still put, suntan lotion every time I go on because I'm worried about it, definitely.
yeah.
And I wear a long sleeve shirt sometimes, even when I'm out in the sun, just because I don't want to, get it again.
And I've seen firsthand melanoma,
Right.
skin cancer. I've had a friend that had melanoma. They had to take out a big chunk of her foot, and
Yeah.
it just to see what it does to you and your body and your mental, it's a hard thing. And it's something you have to stay on top. As you said, you have to check yourself.
Yeah.
Make sure you're going to the doctor. Make sure you're going to your follow-ups.
Sure.
So it's a huge deal.
They actually had to graft skin off my stomach to put skin on my leg.
Yeah.
So they took skin off my stomach because the mole was, you saw my scar, it's about that big.
Yeah.
So that's what they had to do. But I was a little kid. I have bits and memories of it, but not a lot of memories of it. But I've had any problem since, but that was, so many years ago.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's touched everybody.
Oh my, well, it makes me wonder actually. You said, are you starting a family? Somebody starting a family here? Okay.
right here.
Yeah, it's just, I feel like even when you start that chapter of your life, like then, you're thinking about your health for your kids, so then you start thinking about health for yourself. So I
exactly.
feel like there's kind of a little bit of a pattern that happens there. So hopefully that, I mean,
Yeah,
you already
and
went
for
to the
me,
doctor, so you're clear.
for me going, it gave me a sense of relief to know that, I am healthy.
Yes.
I have gotten, somebody that's coming into the world that's not going to feel that pain.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
have to fight for that, so.
Yeah. Well, and most people, they don't go to the doctor because they're afraid of what it could be. When
Exactly.
most of the time, people walk out with a clean bill of health, but you're just like, I don't want to know. Ignorance is bliss, but not in this case.
I feel that's me. I'm afraid to hear bad news. I don't like bad news. I think I'm scared of it.
And a lot of people, are in that same boat where
Yeah.
they just don't want to go to the doctor because they
Yeah.
don't want to see the bad news or hear anything.
I feel healthy. Why should I go? Right? But then you said your buddy went.
Yeah.
He
They-
felt healthy too.
If you catch it early, I mean, that
It's
you
the
can
key.
do a lot better.
It's the key.
So
Yeah.
I remember one of my first attorneys I worked with, he was a former JAG, just guy in the military, just built, and he told me like, Curly, you got to go get checked out. I'm like, why? He's like, well, just because you're good shape doesn't mean everything inside is fine. And I'm
Right.
like, that really resonated with me until this person that just passed away this
Yeah.
past year. So. All right, we're gonna go, right? End of this
We're gonna
year?
go.
We're gonna go. Not right now.
Are they open?
and you're totally right about that. Like my brother-in-law, he's a thin guy. Oh, he's been thin his whole life. He's had 2 heart attacks already. You would think a thin guy that keeps himself in shape, but he's had 2 heart attacks already.
Is it
It's-
stress or?
I think it's stress. I think it's just work. You know what I mean?
Stress
And
kills.
It really does.
Stress
I do
does.
believe it's in your genes too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I believe that, because heart, I don't have cancer in my family, but I have heart problems in my family. So I have been checked for that. They've had checked, not in the last 6 years, but I've been checked. They put me on the treadmill with the wires and all that stuff. So I have been checked for that. But I do think it runs in the family. I really do. Would you say cancer does some way?
Oh yeah, I think there's been tons of studies about
Especially with breast
genetics
cancer,
and
am I right?
everything. Yeah. Mhm.
That's a big one, right?
Yeah, that's probably the cancer that they've had the most breakthroughs through, like with the BRCA gene, and there's just a lot more chemo opportunities when it comes to that, and just recovery programs that they have. So that's probably the most focused cancer because it's the most common in women.
Awesome. Well, you want to just go around one last time, and Dave only wanted us to do this about a half hour, so we're good. Do you want to go one last thing of what we want to say and end it with, Jordan?
All I have to say is, get involved with anything cancer related because like you were saying earlier, it really does affect. We all have one story related to cancer, unfortunately, but it is something that kind of bonds the human connection. So
Absolutely.
Real Men Wear Pink is a great way to just kind of get started, make a donation, make an impact. Go check out cancer.org. There's lots of resources on there if you're a caregiver, if you're a supporter, if you're a survivor, anything like that. just get informed. Go to the doctor.
I'm gonna go, I swear. My sisters have been on me too. They're like, text me, go to the doctor, go to the doctor.
Yeah, so listen to that female voice.
I know.
But yeah, thanks for having me.
Awesome. Andre?
With 702 Traffic, we're actually giving back for every traffic ticket that we take in. We're giving back $5 to the American Cancer Society
Awesome.
to give back and help out. Our building's pink, so
Yes.
everybody knows where we are. We're on Rainbow and Flamingo, so we always want to have people come in or go on our website, fill out a form. We can contact you, help you out with your traffic ticket, and give back to the American Cancer Society.
And for everybody out there, if you do get a traffic ticket and you don't remember Andre's number, contact the Problem Solvers. We'll get you in touch with Andre.
Absolutely.
For sure. Attorney?
Perfect. And Pacific West Injury Law is matching all donations until the end of the year. That just go on realmenwearpink.com, look us up in Las Vegas, and please make a donation. Whatever you do, we will match that. It's just such a great cause.
Thank you so much. Awesome.
That's great.
Amazing cause.
Laura?
Yeah, I just think, it's so important that we take care of our health for ourselves or for our loved ones in our lives. And there's so much that we can do to heal. And, when we're stressed or we're not eating the right food, cancer, viruses, everything has a higher chance of having an impact on us. So the more that we can do on a daily basis, and I teach meditation. I'm a huge fan of meditation. So I really just encourage people to just take that time for their mental health as well.
I agree. And when I go for my walks too, it's like a mental health thing.
Yeah.
It really is, because I think about my day, what I should be doing, and it's not only made me lose weight, mentally I'm better. I hate to say that, but it's crazy, but I feel better when I get done.
And the sun is good for you.
Yeah, it's
It
so
is.
good. So listen, we'll end it on this. Come down. I think, what are we partying till 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock here?
Sounds about right.
All right, and so come on down to Sticky Paws Studios. I'm going to thank Sticky Paws for giving us the studio for tonight, and thank you everybody for showing up, and thank you Jordan for doing all you do with the Cancer
Yeah,
Society.
it's
thank
all
you.
you guys. Thank you.
All right,
Yeah.
we will see you next week. Problem Solvers.